Truth in the service of our neighbour. There is certainly no doubt that just as earlier the Lord sought to castigate cruelty, indecency, and greed, so here he wishes to put an end to falsehood, which is included in the two parts which we have just mentioned. For either we wound our neighbour's reputation by our slanders, or we thwart his interest by our lies and crooked words. Now it makes no difference whether what is meant is a solemn oath sworn before a judge, or one made in a private exchange, for it always comes back to this, that our Lord illustrates each kind of vice by means of an example to which every other sort of vice must be referred. Although he chooses the one which is plainly the vilest, I prefer to interpret this commandment in a general sense, since false testimony in a court of law always involves false swearing, and that subject was part of our discussion in the first table of the law. So now we understand that this commandment can only be properly observed if our lips are truly made to serve our neighbour and to safeguard his good name and prosperity. The justice of this is quite evident, for if good repute is more precious than any treasure, we no less wrong a man by depriving him of his good name than by robbing him of his substance. Moreover, we sometimes do more harm to our neighbour by lying than by stealing. Yet how extraordinary it is that we have no qualms about offending in this way. There are very few who are not badly tainted by this vice, since everyone is prone to sift through and uncover the vices of others. Nor should we think it a valid excuse if we ourselves do not tell lies, for God, who forbids slanderous lies to be told about one's neighbour, wills that his reputation be preserved so far as can be truthfully done. For although he only forbids the use of lies to injure our neighbour's good name, he nevertheless shows in this way how much it means to him. So when we see how concerned our Lord is lest our neighbour be defamed, that should be enough for us. Hence, disparagement of every kind is here most certainly condemned. By disparagement, we do not mean rebuke uttered in order to chasten someone, nor a judicial charge designed to remedy wrongdoing, nor public correction meant to instill fear in others, nor denunciation of an evildoer made to those who need to know lest they be taken in. By disparagement, I mean some hateful accusation inspired by malice or by the itch to slander. In fact, this precept goes still further, telling us not to assume an air of harmless banter or to contrive elegant ways of lampooning and attacking one another even in jest, as is the manner of some who are over the moon when they can shame somebody. Such excesses often leave their mark upon the man who has been singled out in this way. If we think hard about the lawgiver who ought to be master of our ears, no less than of our heart and tongue, we will recognize that the desire to listen to slanderers and our readiness to give them a hearing and rashly to believe their spiteful tales are just as much forbidden as is slander. Thus, if we have true fear and love of God, let us take care, so far as is possible and appropriate, and as charity requires, not to lend our ears or tongue to fault-finding, slander, or jibes, and not to harbour evil suspicions in our heart. Rather, taking in good part the words and deeds of everyone, let us in every way maintain the honour of all.